Hello. Today I'm going to make an instructional video on how to take an existing shower head and replace it with a new one purchased from Home Depot. Shower arm extensions are relatively universal, so any shower head should fit on this pipe. As you'll notice, there is some scratching on this fitting up here, and that is because I used a crescent wrench to torque that down. To prevent that from happening this time around, we're going to use a rubber strap wrench to take the old one off and tighten the new one down. Before we do that, we're going to coat the threads on that pipe with plenty of thread tape. Okay, so the first step, as we mentioned before in this process, is to take this strap wrench, set up as such, fit it around the shower head, getting it real nice and tight on this joint, and then twisting it off. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. It's a good phrase to remember. So we're going to put this on the shower head. Make sure that it's real nice and snug. And then we're going to hold on to this and twist as hard as we can until this breaks loose. I had to put this one on real tight to keep it from leaking because I didn't use enough thread tape last time. Let's try using this wrench this way. I might be able to get better torque. As you can hear, it's a little bit loose behind the wall. So before I'm done, what I'm going to do is put another clamp back there. Make sure that it doesn't vibrate at all when I'm in the shower. All right. That seems to be generating more torque. We're still not able to get this guy off. So we're going to adjust our grip. Try again. There, you can see she's starting to come loose, that is. All right, after one complete turn, it should be loose enough to take the rest of the way off by hand. So we'll remove the strap wrench, which again prevented us from doing any more damage to the arm or the hinge. And then we'll twist this the rest of the way off. That's typical of low flow shower nozzles. There will be a little bit of water buildup in here. But the shower head is now removed. On to step 2, threading this and then putting the new shower head on. Okay, the shower head that we're going to replace the old one with is a Delta 8-inch with 3 different settings: wide, high pressure, and massage. This particular shower head is Delta model 75352SN. Interesting thing to note about this model, very peculiar, you'll notice that the writing is this way, facing up. However, the shower adjustment settings are also on the top. That would put it like this. My wife is very short and would not be able to reach that. So I'm going to have to put it like this, which will mean all the lettering will be upside down. Okay, the next step in the process is to clean off the old shower head and apply some thread tape. I'll make sure this is nice and clean so that when we put the new shower head on, we don't have any water leaking from this connection. Typically, just twisting your fingers over the threads will be enough to get the thread tape that was already on out. And that does seem to be doing the trick. I'm actually going to use a sharp metal object, townhome clipper, see if I can get the rest of this stuff off. Well, that's on the threads pretty far back, and our plastic shower head will not screw on that far without cracking. I've done that before. Make sure if you have a shower head that has a plastic connection that you read the instructions. They will say to hand tighten only. And they say that because if you try to tighten it with a wrench, they will crack. And I have cracked several in the process of replacing shower heads. Okay, so it looks like we got all of our old tape off. And now the important thing to know when applying thread tape is to apply it in the direction that you'll be screwing. So we want to put it on like this and thread it this way. We're going to want to make several passes because, as I said, we can only hand tighten this. If we try to tighten it with a wrench, it will crack the shower head. So we're going to have to seal this really good, meaning several loops of thread tape. That should be enough. Tear it off there. Put that back together. And just wrapping that up. And then I like to go like this so that we can see the grooves. Okay, we are now ready for the next step, which is applying the new shower head. We are now going to apply the shower head to the shower arm. I cannot overemphasize this. Only hand tighten. Do not use a wrench to tighten this. Although we will probably use our strap wrench, we will use very little torque. Still tightening. We'll go another half turn, hopefully not cracking any of the plastic. And as we said in our earlier instruction, my wife is short, so I'm going to adjust the shower head now so that the adjustments are on the bottom. That should do it for our shower installation. The next step is to turn the water on and see if it works. Okay, here goes nothing. We're going to turn the water on. Get it flowing nice and good. Flip the diverter. As you can see, it's coming out of the shower, the new shower head. And it does not appear to be leaking at all from our new connection. Now, just as a final thought, we're going to test all the different settings. Looks like that works. Looks like that works. Don't worry about that drip right there, that's just because it went from one shower adjustment to the other. And just as a final test, we're going to apply as much pressure to the shower as we can, again, to make sure that this joint does not leak. So we're going to turn the cold water all the way open. And the hot water. And that is full pressure. As you can see, no water. Job complete.